So let's create a simple Hello World application. So we're going to create a new project, and we want to make sure that we create the right kind of project. Sometimes you'll see different options depending on which flavors of Visual .NET that have been loaded on your machine. But I know exactly what I want, so I have Win32 under Visual C++, and I want to create a console application. So if you have various choices, make sure you select that one. And now you have to think of a name. Hello World. I'll call it 1 because I've been down this path before. And now where do I want to save it? At school, you might want to save it on the P drive, or you might want to plug a thumb drive in, and it would be E or D or something like that. I like to put things in the particular class I'm using. So I'm going to go to my current courses and place it in here. So I'll just create a new folder and I'll call it projects. It's nice to organize things so you can find out where they are. A lot of times Windows does a little bit too much for you and you end up losing things. So that's where all my projects are going to go for this class. Notice this has changed. So now I can hit OK. So I've done Win32 console application. I put in the name of my project, and I've also changed the location of where it's going to be stored. So now I've done all that, and I can click OK. So let's give it a little minute to think here. Now here's where a lot of students go wrong. They'll hit finish right here, but there's one step that we need to do to make things go nice. So instead of hitting finish, hit next, and then click the empty project box. If I go around and I see that people have standard AFX.H, that would indicate that they went directly to the finish key and forgot to hit empty project. And that causes some difficulties for our beginning type applications that we're writing. So I've hit finished. Now our project is ready. And here's the Solution Explorer window. And you can see header files, resource files, and source files. I want to create a source file. So I'm going to right click on source file, then add, and then a new item. So from this dialog I could enter various things. In this class sometimes we want to add a source file, CPP file, or perhaps a header file. But make sure you have code and a C++ file. And then you also have to think of a name. It will remind you if you forget. So why don't we just call it the same as the project. And it's going to be stored in that same area, the name of our class. And so now we're all set up. We've got this empty hello world.cpp file. So now we need to actually enter our code. Okay, now we've entered the code, and now we want to actually compile and link the code together with the library that links us to the OStream object, the cout, that's going to basically send this quoted text string out to the display. And so to do that, we click Build, and then Build Solution. And fortunately, I have no errors. It succeeded, and so now I can go ahead and run this. Now to run it, we go to Debug, and I like to use this one here, Start Without Debugging. Okay, let me move it in. It actually executed it, and it says Hello World with a new line at the end, and press any key to continue. And that's the end of the tutorial. I want to keep it short so people can come back and get a little reminder about how to set up a simple project.